Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Under the Radar, a place where we discuss your favorite basketball players and hoopers inside and outside the NBA. Today's story is about the future of the Utah Jazz, Lauri Markkanen. He is currently shocking the NBA as we speak with his amazing performances early on in the season with the Utah Jazz. And now, let's get on to the video. Lauri Elias Markkanen was born on May 22, 1997 in Vantaa, Finland, to Pekka Markkanen and Riikka Elonen. And apparently, Lauri actually has an older brother named Eero, who is currently also a professional footballer playing in Finland. And Lauri's basketball journey started when he was discovered by Hanno Matola, and I'm sure y'all might have heard about him because he was a former NBA player who played 2 seasons with the Atlanta Hawks. And apparently, Hanno Matola was the first ever Finnish-born NBA player in NBA history. And Coach Hanno would actually first discover Lauri when he took an assistant coaching job at the Helsinki Basketball Academy in Finland. And Coach Hanno said that Lauri had a special focus for a high school kid. Every kid says they want to practice hard, but they're not focused. Lauri focused on basketball, took care of school, and wanted to get better. And Coach Matola would actually work with Lauri on his shooting fundamentals and mechanics, and taught him how to play down low in the post because he was a former professional big man himself. Lauri would say this about learning from Coach Matola: "I learned a lot from him. Before that, I only played on the perimeter. He taught me how to play inside a little bit." Lauri ended up playing his very first 2 junior years in his local team called HSNU BC Jyväskylä with averages of 7 points and 2.6 rebounds in his very first season. Then Lauri would average 9.3 points and 2.8 rebounds a game in his final season with Hansu. Then Lauri would transfer teams to play for HBA Markkanen in the Finnish second-tier league, where Lauri would average 15.7 points and 8.4 rebounds a game in his very first season there. Then, Lauri would average 21.6 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 1.6 assists on his very final year of playing in Finland. By then, Lauri was known across the US as a 5-star recruit on ESPN and a 4-star recruit on both 24/7 Sports and Rivals.com, getting offers from Arizona, the University of North Carolina, and the University of Utah. And on October 17, 2015, Lauri would verbally commit to the Arizona Wildcats prior to the 2016-17 season. Then, Lauri would sign a letter of intent to Arizona on November 11. And apparently, ESPN reported that the 7-foot Finn was considered a possible one-and-done candidate for the up-and-coming NBA draft. And apparently, Lauri became the first ever player since Mike Bibby, yes, Mr. Sacramento Mike Bibby, to wear the jersey number 10. And in January of 2017, it was reported, according to SB Nation, actually regarded him as the best shooting 7-footer college basketball has ever seen. Well, that's kind of a bit of a long chaser there, but you know what, SB Nation, I'ma give that to y'all since y'all made an article about it. Anyways, within the exact same month, Markkanen was selected as a Pac-12 Player of the Week as well as the Oscar Robertson National Player of the Week. And Lauri would record a career high of 30 points against school rival Arizona State. Then, he would record a career high of 13 rebounds 3 exact times against Northern Colorado, Washington State, and of course the University of Washington. I mean, that's so much Washingtons. And his career high of 3 blocks against, of course, yet again, Arizona State in the regular season final. Lauri was selected to the 3rd-team All-American team by the Associated Press, NBC Sports, USA Today, and the Sporting News on March 6, 2017. And he was a first-team All-Pac-12 selection as well as a first-team All-Pac-12 freshman team, and he was also named to the first-team All-Pac-12 team in the Associated Press. Man, that's just way too many teams. Anyways, Lauri would average 20.2 points and 9.3 rebounds a game, and he would shoot an amazing 42.3% from downtown in his lone season with the Wildcats. And at the conclusion of his freshman season, Markkanen would announce his intention to forgo his final 3 years of collegiate eligibility and enter the 2017 NBA draft. And of course, because of his amazing performances and averages in college, Lauri was drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves with the 7th overall pick in the first round of the 2017 NBA draft. And on draft night, his rights were traded to the Chicago Bulls along with Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn for Jimmy Butler, and the rights to Justin Patton on July 5, 2017, and then he signed with the Bulls. October 19, 2017, Markkanen made his NBA debut with the Bulls and scored an impressive 17 points. Then he would set a NBA record on October 24 for the most 3-pointers in the first 3 games of an NBA career with 10 3-pointers scored. Then, on December 30, he would score a career high of 32 points and 7 rebounds in a win against the Indiana Pacers. Then, on January 10, 2018, he would play a career high of 46 minutes, which technically makes him play the whole entire game. And he would score a career high of 33 points, along with a career high of 8 3-pointers and a double overtime win against the New York Knicks. Then, on January 22, Mr. Lauri here would grab a career high of 17 rebounds against the Pelicans, and just 4 days later, Mr. Markkanen would block a career high of 3 blocks against my beloved Los Angeles Lakers. Lauri would have solid rookie averages of 15.2 points and 7.5 rebounds a game, and as the seasons went by, Lauri slowly improved because he would average 18 points a game in his second season, and after that, his role in the Bulls became smaller and smaller since they have a lot of bigs. When I mean a lot of bigs, I mean 4 in front of him, to the point where he was sitting in the bench and his improvement to his game would falter. So on August 28, 2021, Lauri was acquired by the Cleveland Cavaliers in a 3-team sign and trade that also involved the Portland Trail Blazers. But even though Lauri was given a bigger role in his lone season with Cleveland, his game did not really improve because he was surrounded by guys who established young core of Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and Jarrett Allen. So Lauri had to share the ball with them. So he did not make any improvements to his offensive game, as Lauri would average a similar numbers to his final 2 years in Chicago of 14.8 points and 5 rebounds a game. The Cavs wanted to build a great team around their young core, so the Cavs traded Lauri, Colin Sexton, and their rookie Ochai Agbaji to the Utah Jazz for Donovan Mitchell. And this trade proved to be a win-win for both teams, as Utah acquired great young pieces that would benefit them for the long run during the rebuild. And then, the Cavs would benefit the leadership and extensive playoff experience that Donovan Mitchell brings to the table, of course aside from his skills. And the Cavs would become a solid team that is worthy to be named a 4th to 5th seed in the East. But the Jazz were actually expected to suck because of the rebuild, and of course they had a bunch of young rookies, young players, and of course a little sprinkle of veterans. But that did not happen at all, as they would shock the whole entire basketball world because the Jazz would destroy certified playoff teams to begin the season, like the Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Pelicans, and the Memphis Grizzlies. And they literally defeated Ja Morant's Memphis Grizzlies twice in a row, and I think in a 2 to 3 day span, and the Jazz would shock the NBA with these performances and would have a shocking record as of the recording of this video of 10-6. and Lauri would be responsible for their early success because he's breaking out with averages of 21.2 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 2.3 assists per game and 1 block, leading the team in scoring and rebounding. Lauri would use this opportunity with the Jazz to have the ball in his hands, and well, it's working out for him. And I noticed that Lauri has a completely different approach to the game now, because I used to see him dabble around the floor, run around the floor, around the perimeter, hitting shots, and he'd maybe dance in the paint every so often with no aggressiveness, motivation, or even the drive to dominate the paint whatsoever. I mean, bro, you are 7 feet tall, right? I mean, that's the purpose of being 7 feet tall. It's to dominate the paint also. But when I watch Lauri play now, he is ready to take contact and give contact to both opposing teams and players because he is now willing to dominate the paint. And this approach benefits him because he can use this aggression to score inside and outside the paint, therefore making him almost unstoppable offensively. I mean, come on, how can you guard a dude who is 7 feet tall with an amazing jump shot? Anybody? Because Lauri's game outside the paint, ladies and gentlemen, is well polished. I mean, just look how wet that jumper is. I mean, come on, it's textbook. For a 7-footer, really? And now that he can score inside, I honestly don't know who can stop him aside from faster and more athletic defenders, because he can now score from anywhere and everywhere. And I think if, and only if, Lauri keeps improving in Utah, I see a potential NBA All-Star selection in his future, because he is a modern NBA big who can truly do it all. So good luck, Lauri, and I'm cheering for you, man, and good luck this season, and I hope you do well, and may God bless you and your family. So I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed today's video about Lauri Markkanen, and make sure to hit the like button and make it turn blue to show me that you enjoyed today's video, and hit that amazing red subscribe button to join this amazing, growing basketball family, as there are new basketball videos that are posted in this very channel every single Friday, and I do not want y'all to miss it, so click the bell. God bless, stay safe, and enjoy your weekend with your family and friends while watching basketball wherever you are, and I shall see you all next week. Keep loving basketball, God bless, goodbye.